My name is Colleen Desiree with the Association of Haitian Women. We are here, thank you. We are here today to say no to ending TPS for Haitians, Syrians, and other immigrant families. We are here to say that immigrant families belong here in the U.S. The decision by the Supreme Court's conservative justices to let the Trump administration terminate TPS protections and enact the largest push to strip legal status away from immigrant workers and families in modern history are not only dangerous, but wrong. So this decision threatens up to 1.3 million people, their families, communities, and workplaces. Monday, July 20th, hundreds of thousands of immigrant workers and families will have their legal status stripped away unless we act now. So therefore, please, please, please call the senators throughout the states to vote yes on 4814 and protect not only Haitians and Syrians, but all TPS holders. It's not a rally without a little chant, right? I say hands up, you say TPS. Hands up! TPS! 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 Another one. I say vote yes, you say 4814. Vote yes! 4814. Vote yes! 4814. Vote yes! 4814. Hands up! TPS! Hands up! TPS! Hands up! TPS! Vote yes! 4814. Vote yes! 4814. All right, so we are right now in our next segment. We would like to invite our phenomenal speakers to come up. We'll start with Councillor Wootsie Louis-Jean. Unfortunately, we have to. Yes, give it up. Hi, everyone. Do I need that? Yes. I do. Okay. That was plan B. Okay. Hello, everyone. Bonsoir tout le monde. I'm Ruthie Louis-Jean, at-large city councillor, and I really wish that we could all be elsewhere this evening. I really wish that we didn't have a reckless Supreme Court that issues reckless, harmful, racist decisions that ignores the racial animus behind everything this administration does. Whether we are talking about voting rights, whether we are talking about immigrant rights, whether we are talking about economic justice, this administration does not care about us, and it does not care about the most vulnerable people in our country. We are sick and tired of this administration showing the ugliness of their racism and their xenophobia. Real people's lives are at risk because of the Supreme Court's decision to abdicate their responsibility to engage in review and to rule on the racial animus of this administration. And so I am angry. I have not stopped being angry and sad since that decision came out. Real people are at risk. Real families are going to be torn apart because of this decision. Mothers who've had children who are American citizens, who do not speak a lick of Creole, who know nothing but America as their home, who are parts of our economy. TPS holders, the more than 1.3 million around the country, pay billions of dollars in taxes to our economy, uphold complete sectors of our economy, whether we are talking about healthcare, whether we are talking about transportation, whether we are talking about the food industry. And this ruling, which was about Haitians, the 350,000 in this country, and the 6,000 Syrians here in Massachusetts, yes, it's about Haitians and Syrians, but it's also about the 15 other countries that have TPS. We are talking about a government that has stated that it is unsafe for Americans to travel there. There's a level 4 travel warning, do not travel to Haiti, and yet they believe it is conscionable to send people back there right now. In a country that is leading in hunger, a country that there's so much political violence and instability, where people are being kidnapped and disappeared, sound familiar? By gangs. And so I am grateful for everyone who is standing with us today. This is a protest that is happening around the country, in Miami, in New York, in 7 countries. Thank you, Carly. Sorry, 7 cities. And so we need all of you. I want to thank all of the advocates. Everyone has been reaching about what can we do, what can we do. We cannot be despondent. We were here 2 weeks ago, and Attorney General Campbell stated, no one can be on the sidelines. Right. So we need all of you. We need your time. We need your talent. We need your treasure. People are asking what you can do. Yes, donating is an important part of it. We have AFAB that's here working with our TPS holders, working with our immigrant communities. We have IFC, Dr. Gabo, my fellow combatant. Every day, IFC is doing work on the front lines. We are trying to meet the very real. I don't have enough time to tell you the calls that we've been getting in my office. I do not have enough time to tell you about how gut-wrenching they are. We have work to do to stand up for people who need our help. Next Wednesday from 4 to 7 p.m., we are having a phone bank to push Senate 4814. The bill led by Senator Markey. I see you, Farouk, here. The bill led by Senator Markey to extend TPS in the Senate. We did it in Congress thanks to the fearless leadership of Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley. But no one believed we could do that, right, Brian? No one believed, Dr. Gabo, no one believed that we could have built a coalition to get a bipartisan bill passed in Congress. We have the Hill state coming out with an article 2 days ago that stated there are Republicans who are furious at this decision because they understand what it will mean for our economy, that it will decimate industries. So whatever it is that you can do, make phone calls, donate. If you have Republican friends, we have meetings with senators in Kansas. Whatever it is that you can do to lend your support to the most vulnerable in this situation, we ask that you do it. Please reach out to my office if we can help in if you have questions about how to help. We put everything that we're doing out on social media, on Route C for Boston, on Instagram, on Facebook, but we really need all hands on deck because for so many people, what we are talking about in the realest of terms is life and death. Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Next we have Senator Collins. Please come forward. That's right. Yeah.
All right, can you hear me now? Yeah. I said we're all here because we know that the Haitian community is vulnerable right now, based on what's going on in Washington. And what we can do here in Massachusetts, what the counselor had said, very important. That was a nationwide campaign that started in earnest here in Boston, in Mattapan, that picked up and made sense to people who weren't making sense for a while. And I think that effort continues to the United States Senate. Because like Massachusetts, the Haitian community is the essential to our healthcare system, to our transportation system. They've been here, we know that in the communities of Massachusetts, families have been here for decades. And until they pass true immigration reform, then we need to fight the way we know how to fight. And that's here in Massachusetts through legal defense. I see some of our legal community out here. We put resources towards that. If you know somebody who needs legal help, please have them reach out to our office. We want to make sure that they know their rights. The Attorney General has done a great job, but to change minds and change hearts across the country through legislative action, exactly what Councilor Lee said. We got to stay on the phones nationwide to let them know that the Haitian community is our community.
Awesome.
That's right. Thank you. Next, we have Representative Flooker Reed.
Sorry, y'all. First and foremost, this is about human decency and being welcoming to those in need, which ought to be enough as it is, but sadly for this country, I know firsthand, as to those who are indigenous to this country, the only language this nation understands is the dollar. And the truth of the matter is TPS holders in our Commonwealth and across the country are working people who are raising families, who are paying taxes.
Yeah.
They are contributing to our economy, and their humanity is enough. Let me be clear, their humanity is enough.
Yeah.
The extra value add is that they are contributing billions of dollars to our community. The Commonwealth has no idea what would happen if we lost our TPS workers. We've talked about transportation. When we think about the healthcare industry, many of you know I'm a sole caregiver for my mother. Our nursing homes and hospital facilities could not handle the capacity if those who are TPS holders and identify as Haitian amongst other identities were no longer in our workforce. It would crumble. And it's already over capacity. We need TPS because it helps every single one of us in this Commonwealth. And we are fighting hard, making calls across the country. I've lived in New Orleans, I've lived in Atlanta. My mama's from Alabama. I have told all my family and friends to let their conservative or Republican senators know, vote for 4818. Vote yes on 4818. That's right.
Vote yes.
4814.
Vote yes.
4814.
Vote yes.
4814.
Miss Carlene told you we're going to have some chance now. But in all seriousness, and while this is very much a federal matter, being raised here in Boston, having parents both from the segregated South and the lineage of slavery here in the U.S., I know that we can't just sit idly with our hands tied behind our back. There is something the Commonwealth can do, and just last night, the House of Representatives passed an amendment that I filed to provide a grant program to incent employers in those hard-to-staff industries to hire TPS holders and do that sponsorship. Because that is something. And it's not enough. We still have to make those calls. Councilor Louis Jen said next Thursday, get on the phone. If you have Facebook, thank you, Wednesday. Thank you, Councilor. Next Wednesday to be on the phone. If you have people in other parts of the country, use your social media platforms, Facebook, send a text message, let folks know to tell their senators to vote for 4814. Yes, that's exactly right. And this is a time where we have to come together and work across our differences. We can't just put our line in the sand and say, no, we won't communicate. And I'm so grateful that I'll be passing the torch for this amendment off to Senator Mike Rush, who represents West Roxbury, Norwood, and Dedham, huge Syrian population. So I represent the largest Haitian population in the state. He represents the largest Syrian population, and we're coming together to try to keep this grant program alive in the Commonwealth for our TPS holders, and we're doing our part to make sure that we vote yes for 4814. So thank you all for your advocacy, for your commitment, and thank you for showing that we are greater together than we will ever be apart.
Thank you. Next we go with Miss Williams, Miss Denise Williams with the Association of Haitian Women.
Thank you. As Carlene told you, I'm Denise Williams. I'm with AFAB, the Association of Haitian Women. I'm a domestic violence advocate and also an artist. So I'd like to say that the Association of Haitian Women, as many of you know, has been in existence in Boston since 1988. And our work is mainly domestic violence advocacy. Our clients are primarily Haitian immigrants, many of whom are survivors of domestic violence. A large portion of them came here after the earthquake in 2010 and have been on TPS. Many of them have arrived in the U.S. recently, seeking refuge from the problems that plague their home country of Haiti. This is why this ruling is devastating, to say the least. Mullen versus Doe ends judicial review of the TPS termination and allows termination to take effect. I work with many young women and some men, average age 25 to 40, who despite having to endure abusive relationships, have had their lives thrown into chaos with this TPS ruling. They're now once again having to reconsider their future, reconsider their livelihood, that of their children, and the likelihood that they will be uprooted and sent back to a situation that for many can be considered a death sentence. They are beyond distraught, panicking, crying. Many are very depressed. Many were working 2 jobs to make ends meet. They pay their taxes and buy property. Some have already lost their jobs because work authorizations cannot be renewed. Unlike the narrative, they didn't come here to mooch off the system. They came here and contributed.
Yep.
Many are disappointed, realizing that they've been sold a lie. All these years, the benevolence of this nation. What happened to the greatest nation as it was advertised to the world? Where is the world's biggest superpower when you need it? We're not doing the U.S. a favor. This should be political reciprocity, because we have always been here. TPS is not a handout. It's earned interest. TPS is not a burden. If we're keeping it a buck, it should be humanitarian protection under the Geneva Convention. If you dig far enough in your 250-year history, you will always find Haitians. We have always been here quietly working, learning, creating, building, contributing. When you needed us to fight at the siege of Savannah in Georgia, we were there. Jean-Baptiste Pointe-du-Sable came and laid the foundation for Chicago. Let's not forget, these states would hardly be the United States if not for the Louisiana Purchase. The U.S. brought it for pennies on the dollar from Napoleon. Remember? Consider that a gift. Yes, Haitians did that.
All right.
Remember, when the U.S. invaded Haiti in 1915 and removed $500,000 from the National Bank, yes, the U.S. did that. We remember. Haitians remember. When they supported the dictatorship of Baby Doc, we remember. And even now, CNAs, home health aides take care of the tired, the sick, disabled, housekeeping in the hotels, cooks at the restaurants, bus drivers drive their children to school. Don't forget, when you hurt Haitians, you hurt yourself. 1.5 billion removed from the U.S. economy. The U.S. is hurting itself. What they face in Haiti is guaranteed hardship, violence, and possibly death. Ending temporary protected status for Haitians right now, when Haiti remains gripped by armed violence, political instability, displacement, and a profound humanitarian crisis, when Haiti is under siege by legions of armed thugs, it's not just racist, it's evil. That's why we're yelling, hands off TPS! Hands off TPS! Hands off TPS! Hands off TPS! Hands off TPS!
Hands up.
TPS!
Hands up.
TPS!
Vote yes.
4814!
Vote yes.
4814!
Vote yes.
4814!
Thank you.
All right.
Next, we have Dr. Gambo.
Hello. All right. So first, thank you so much for coming out. And just so you know, this is only the beginning. All right? Because we are not going to rest until all of our TPS families can go sleep with peace and freedom. And we are not going to rest. Yes. We know what just happened, and what is happening is an injustice. We know it's evil, and we are not going to remain silent. And that's the reason why all of you are here today. Please go make disciples. The next rally that we're going to organize needs to be trouble, because again, we need more people to raise their voice against that injustice being done to our community. So again, this is not the time for us to just be upset. Yes, we are upset. Yes, we are mad. But this is the time for us to take action. Action. We need to demand. We must act. And when do we act? Now. When do we act? Now. When do we act? Now. Yes, we must call our senators. We must ask them. The only way for them to stay in power is for them to protect the lives of our TPS recipients. I always said that behind every single policy, there is a human being, there is a life. Every single day, since that decision in our office, families are coming, children, young people, mothers, all coming, concerned about what's going to happen to them. Is it the way that we're supposed to live in a country? No. Is it the way that we're supposed to? No. This is a shame. Let's call it shame, 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 shame. Because there is no need for them to put our community in this situation. Mothers are afraid that they will have to leave their children behind. You know, parents are afraid. The husband and wife being separated. Hospitals are afraid that they're going to lose their workforce. Everywhere you put it, there is a very negative impact on our community. So this is the time for us to stay together, to stand in solidarity, and to demand that 4814 will be passed now. Yes, let's continue to call our senators. Let's continue to remain informed, educated about what's going on. Because at the end of the day, as I said, we will not rest. Let's say that again. We will not rest. We will not rest until all of our families are safe and can go and do their activities as normal without the fear of being attacked by us in our community. Let's keep up the work and let's ask for 4814. 4814. 4814. To pass immediately. Thank you.
Hands up,
TPS.
hands up,
TPS.
hands up,
TPS.
hands up,
TPS.
vote yes,
4814.
vote yes.
4814.
All right, thank you so much. Now we have Pastor Kiki. If you come up, say a few words.
Hello, good afternoon to you all. Well, thank you so much for coming here to support our communities. We are not here only for Haitians and Syrians, but we are for more than 1.5 million families. Understand that? More than 200,000 U.S. children. So this situation, the TPS issue, is not a partisan issue. It is a moral issue. So this situation is not a political issue. It is a humanitarian crisis because we have families who are being impacted by this situation. And then we call this country, in God we trust. And we know God is love. So if God is love, we must love everyone. Including Haitians, Syrians, Hondurans, Salvadorans, Ukrainians, Somalians, Kenyans. They are all God's children created through God's likeness. So what you stand here for is something sacred. Sacred. That God honors. And I'm sure that God will give you the strength to continue to stand. Today I'm not crying. 2 weeks ago I was crying. You saw me. I couldn't even stand. I had to sit down. Thank you all of you who came to my rescue. All right? Well, thank you. Today I can get the strength. Let me just read for you quickly an excerpt of a TPS family, recipient who can't be here. And then they stated that, my name is Mary. I came to this country after the assassination of Jovenel Moïse in 2021. And then we are so grateful to receive the TPS program. Okay, so grateful. Now, guess what? We both went to school. I became a certified nursing assistant. Okay, later on, my husband became a certified medication administration program. We are working at one of the largest centers that provide services to people with disabilities. Okay, I would not name the facility. Okay, where we were progressing very well until the new administration in the United States decided to cut off Haitians from TPS. This news was very shocking to us. A few months later, our HR department wrote us and asked us for an update on our status because our work authorization would end very soon, July 20. And here we are. We don't have another work card. The situation is very stressful for us. If we lose our jobs, we won't be able to meet our basic needs, such as paying for housing, feeding our children, doing laundry, and buying medicine. The children who are in school are progressing very well, are receiving a lot of encouragement at their schools, where they are still getting badges of honor for good work and good behavior. These are, understand that, the model of the families who are on TPS. Very productive, right? Yeah. Great contributors, right? Yeah. Representing future assets for this country. They are now assets, but they are not liabilities. Thank you for standing with us. And may God continue to bless you. Thank you. Amen.
You know, MIRA, Massachusetts Immigrant and Refugee Advocacy Coalition, has been doing phenomenal work. And I must say, I had the pleasure to be on their board for 6 years. Wow. And it is with great honor to have Miss Sweet here, the Executive Director of MIRA, to say a few words.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm proud to stand here on behalf of the MIRA Coalition and our 160 organizational members across the Commonwealth. But I'm especially proud to stand with our Haitian community and to know that we are standing with so many communities across the country in different cities right now. We stand with all TPS holders, 1.3 million across the country whose status is now in jeopardy. And we're all here to send the message that people are not temporary.
Yeah.
Here in Massachusetts, we have welcomed thousands of Haitians over the past decades. And today our Commonwealth benefits from a vibrant community of more than 80,000 Haitians, the third largest Haitian community outside of Florida and New York. And yet we are here today because thousands of those individuals have been offered only temporary status. And that status is under threat. The reality is that that impacts every single one of us here in Massachusetts. Yeah. Haitian TPS holders have come here and they have helped make us a strong state and built that prosperity that we all enjoy here in Massachusetts. There are more than 10,000 Haitian TPS holders here in our workforce today. More than 1,000 of them working as nursing assistants, and thousands more working in so many critical jobs across the Commonwealth. Cumulatively, just here in Massachusetts, Haitian TPS holders contribute $481 million in annual economic contributions and pay $141 million in annual state and local taxes. Wow.
Hello, singing.
A lot of money. And we all are here because we know that our Haitian neighbors participate in our communities in so many more ways beyond these economic contributions. They're part of our culture, our arts, our schools, our neighborhoods. They're our friends, our parents, our caregivers, our sports coaches, our church members, and so much more. And yet, we are here pulling up the welcome rug on folks who've lived here and joined in our community life. This is such a short-sighted, devastating decision, motivated by the worst racism and xenophobia. So we are here as a community to say that we reject this. No human being is temporary.
No human being is temporary. No human being is temporary. No human being is temporary. No human being is temporary.
We reject this decision to end temporary protected status for Haitians and call upon everyone here to do all that we can to advocate to the Senate across the country to support Senate Bill 4814. Again, you heard Councillor Louison is putting on a phone bank this Wednesday from 4 to 7 p.m. Join us and make calls. Make your own calls on your own time. Mira has an action alert with information, but we all need to make these calls. We need to pass 4814 now. Thank you.
So we have another combatant who's been in the field not only in Haiti, but also here in the U.S. So it's a pleasure to invite Brian Concannon. Brian! To say a few words.
In Creole.
Bonsoir tout le monde.
Bonsoir tout le monde.
Bonsoir.
Vous entendez?
Oui.
Welcome. I'd like to say a little bit about the broader context of what's at stake now. The current campaign to cancel Haitian TPS is just one part of a much bigger fight. For 40 years, corrupt politicians have been attacking Haitians in the U.S. as a way of increasing their power and decreasing the rights that everybody in the United States enjoys. It started in the 1980s when Haitians were coming in Florida, going after Haitians who were fleeing baby Dr. Valier, and they were mistreated. It's continued right through Springfield, Ohio, where hardworking Haitians who are contributing to the community there are being demonized by the president. It continued into Boston last year, where Emmanuel Dom is better. It contributed last year in Boston, where Emmanuel Damas was kidnapped from his family by ICE and sent to Texas, where he died in neglect. But for 40 years, as long as corrupt politicians have been going after Haitians, Haitians have been fighting back, and they've been winning. Haitians have fought back in the courts, and in fact, much of the precedent that the Supreme Court overruled in the latest decision was overruling 30 years of victories won by Haitians in district court, appeals court, and right through the U.S. Supreme Court. Haitians have been fighting in Congress, and Haitians have been fighting in the street, and all along they've been fighting with their allies. Right now, we're all still fighting. Today, we're fighting in the streets with similar rallies going on in 7 other cities, and we're going to keep fighting until we win. We're fighting in Congress. Nobody thought that a discharge petition to extend Haitian TPS would win in the House of Representatives, in part because no grassroots-led discharge petition had ever won in Congress.
That's right.
The Haitians fought and they won. We're going to keep fighting, Haitians with their allies, and we're going to keep fighting until we win passage of 4814 in the Senate. And we're going to keep fighting in the streets until we force the administration to stop their racist treatment of Haitians.
Thank you.
Just one more thing. This is on the one thing on the decision of the corrupt and fascist Supreme Court. They obviously said that the administration can expel Haitians with TPS, but they went much farther than that, and they went after all of our rights. It's important to recognize this. When the Supreme Court said that all the things that President Trump has said against Haitians
and I'm not going to repeat them because we know what he said.
Oh, yeah.
When they said that that wasn't racist, that was sending a signal to courts all over the country that nothing's racist.
Yeah.
And that means that nobody, unless, as long as that precedent stands, that nobody can win discrimination cases. And the 14th Amendment of the Constitution has been largely taken out of our law. So we need to fight. We need to keep fighting in the open, keep fighting on the streets until we win. Thank you.
We wouldn't have been able to do this work without the unions. The support of the unions have been phenomenal. Pablo, please come up. You too, sir. Both of you.
Pablo! 32! BJ! 32! BJ! 32! BJ! 32! BJ! 32! BJ! 32! BJ! 32! BJ!
Thank you so much. It's such a hard time. I want to acknowledge, right, the pain that others have spoken up here, and I wonder where we would be, right, if we had the courage that you all show today across the rest of our country, and if our leaders could show that courage year round, all the time, right? Too often we've been left behind and forgotten about and worried about last when it comes to priorities. And now here we are. Here we are with our community that is in desperate need of support, right? Our union is close to this issue because, like the rest of the Commonwealth, our families come from mixed status, right? Our members and their families are mixed status. And if they don't have somebody who has TPS, they have a neighbor or a relative or an extended family member who has TPS, right? We've heard about all the things that our brothers and sisters do to make the Commonwealth work. But we shouldn't have to acknowledge just their work. We shouldn't have to acknowledge their taxes. We shouldn't have to acknowledge all of their labor to be able to stand up and demand justice. And so as long as we can, we will continue to fight. We will continue to pull the levers possible. Many of you had stood with us when we filed, right, lawsuits for some of our TPS holders at the airport. Many of you were there, right, including our elected leader here, Councillor Lejeune. When it matters, and we're going to continue to need to come together to stand up and to fight, right? This is a marathon. This is not a sprint. But I am here. Our union, 32BJ, is here in solidarity with each and every one of you, and we will be here to fight until the end. Because when we fight, we win.
I just want to acknowledge that a reason for these gatherings nationwide today is because tomorrow is the last day for work authorization for so many people who have contributed so much to this country. That doesn't mean, though, it's the end of the fight. We are going to gather on July 20th, I think it was Councillor Louis-Jean said, and we're going to call everybody that we know who lives outside of Massachusetts to make sure that the Senate votes for authorization for people. They vote for a Senate bill 4814. They vote for 4814. And our union, 32BJ, will be there right along with everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. We must say a couple of things. The first date that came out to end the working permits was July 3rd, and then it changed to July 10th, and it changed again to July 20th. Yes. at least July. So we gotta keep on fighting.